Hey, it's Jason with Big Naughty Custom Rods, and today we're going to get into part 2 of the video series. So today we're going to strip this rod down. So we're going to take this thread work, we're going to get rid of guides, we're going to get rid of reel seat, we're going to get rid of all the handles, and get this thing down to a bare blank. So here we go. So the first thing we have to do is we're just going to score the top of this epoxy very carefully right on top of the guide. You don't get into that blank, and then the guide pops right out. And then from there, see, we're just going to clean it up. So we're going to continue to scrape down.
Usually that peels right off. See the little thread work coming right out. And we'll repeat the back side of that. See, it takes a little bit of work to get started. Then once you get it off. So now the thread work is all off. Now you just take the edge of your razor blade and you can get the rest of that epoxy off front and back. Kind of a tedious process, but it's going to make a great result when you can clean all that up. You see the epoxy is actually peeling everything off, so this one's stuck pretty good.
So there you go. There you go. Got that guide off, and now we're going to repeat that for the rest of the guides. And then I'll be back to show you. One of the problems with rods off the shelf is you'll notice that we're going to check the spline on this, and as I push in, notice it tilts off to the side. So that's just proof that this rod is not on the spline, and that'll be one of the things that we fix as we put this back together. So next up, we're going to cut these grips off, and what I do is I just take my blade and cut through the old grip. Score through there a couple of times. This is not really an easy process, but we're going to score through in a couple different places.
Be careful not to get into the blank blood. A couple passes. So anytime these guys, we're going to get the top layer out of there. The wing piece actually just peels off at this point. Go down toward the AVA core. So we're going to go back in and kind of get it started. Bring our down and just very carefully that blade, get in. And again, being careful not to get over the blank. And when you start peeling out, you start peeling out of there. You see, my hands are running away there, but basically you're peeling down to that blank very carefully. And that's what happens when you knock your hand over. So, sorry about that. Come in and just keep peeling it back. Get in there. Get down that blank. Hopefully you can kind of see what's going on there. Just see we're starting down, get the AV out of the way. Get down to the other blank, do the same section. just be very careful not to gouge into the blank. You don't want to create any weak spots in the blank. If we're getting this thing cleaned up. So that's true all the way out through the process. Even with sanding, you want to get too deep in when you're sanding. The weakening is out of fiber. That's where the strength of the rod is for that. So we're gonna, as I said before, in the previous video, we're gonna go in back in with cork. So to me, it's just a better. I haven't really worked with carbon fiber, but I know in my mind, cork is much more sensitive than the CDA. It's just my personal preference. So obviously, we can do anything you want to do in custom. But for me, I like the cork. Plastic looks.
This is much more difficult on camera than you're just doing it, trying to make sure that you can see what we got going here. So now you see that handle has kind of been removed, and we just got to clean that on up, and I'll do that off camera. And we'll come back, we'll get the reel seat. So for me, the best way to take the reel seat off is with an oscillating tool. So there's going to be a little noise. I'll turn that down in the video, but I'll show you how I take this off now, and we'll get right into it.
We're not quite far enough down. You be very careful not to get into that blank. You see there's a pop loose there? So, you see it's got an insert that we're going to take out as well. There's the back piece of the reel seat. Hopefully you can still see that. We're going to take the front piece off. We're going to do the same thing with this, the screw part of the reel seat. I don't know if you can see that, but you see we barely cracked through there. Same thing, we're just going to get there with a screwdriver and crack it open. So we'll peel right off. And so all we have left is this reel seat. We're going to have to do the same thing with it that we did with that. We're going to start to cut through, and then we're going to crack it off. You can see it just like that reel seat, just cracked.
Open. And we can peel that piece off. And you see there's a bunch of glue, and there's an insert, or a winding check. And now we can just clean this up. So that's taking you through the basics of taking off stuff, taking off the reel seat, the grip, or the handle, the guides. So I'm gonna go do the rest of this off camera, and whenever I come back, we'll get started on sanding and prepping it for paint. So the last piece of this will be to take the tip top off, and so I'll show you how to do that right here. Hopefully you can see that. I've already taken the epoxy off, so I'm just gonna heat that tip top up, melt that glue, and gently heat it a little bit more. Don't want to overdo it. Don't want to get the rod tip to heat up. You see, it pops right off. So I'll just kind of walk down the rod here, and you'll kind of see we've taken everything off: the grips, the reel seat, the guides. We're just down to a bare blank. So for part two, we have taken everything off the blank and gotten down to a blank. And next thing from here will be sanding and painting and getting the permagloss on so that the paint will stick and you won't have chipping issues. So stick around, follow for part three.